Now it's Sparage taking the shot, scores!
What a move! What a goal! How about that?
It handles his way to the net, scores! Oh my goodness!
This is NOJHL Game Day. Welcome inside our studio once again, everybody. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. Puck drop is just minutes away now, but I've got to get you caught up on all the latest from the league first. So let's go.
Gravel up to the blue line. Bertrand drops it back. The shot scores! Ivan Kedrov.
Day one of the NOJHL Showcase featured plenty of sublime goals. Ivan Kedrov put Elliott Lake up 2-0 with that snipe. And for a while, the Vikings looked to be in control against Espanola. Dylan Hendrick with this tally to make it 3-1. But the Paper Kings chipped away at that lead. With the score 3-2, Lucas Dubois sneaks one home to draw Espanola even. Just a minute later, Luke Hill. Good things happen when you go hard to the net. The Kings would never lose the lead. They triumph 6-5 in a thriller. Sioux facing Iroquois Falls. The Eagles hit early on.
4 for 11, 36.4%, and they score right off the hop! Cooper Fredericks. It only took 12 seconds, and the Eagles are flying.
Fredericks making it 1-0. In the second, though, look at this weird one. Jack Nowhirl goes to cover up the puck, but oopsie. Instead, gives it right to Ben Sherman, who says thanks. It's 1-1. In the third, though, Luke Russell with a wicked wrister to put the Eagles up for good. The Sioux takes down the Storm, 3-2. The final. French River taking on Kirkland Lake. The Rapids led 2-0 when Cameron Jansa does this.
Now here come the Rapids the other way. Jansa with a break to the net, and he scores! Cameron Jansa with a beauty backhander and make it 3-0 Rapids.
Jansa had 2 goals in the contest. Third frame, the Miners cut into the lead with this Alexander Sackett deflection out front, but Hunter Valanes keeps it out of reach for the Miners. He pots his second of the day. The Rapids triumph 5-2. Blind River faced Powassan in the afternoon as well. Noah Suzurik draws first blood for the Beavers as he manages to find the back of the net. In the second, however, Anthony Boyes just sneaks this one over the line to knot it up at 1 apiece. And then late in the frame, Justin Russo bangs it in for what proves to be the game winner. 2-1, Voodoo's the final. Thunderbirds facing the Rock. Timmins hits first off this gorgeous 2-on-1 execution.
If he gets to that point again, now there's a 2-on-1 for the Rock coming into the zone. It's Sear, pass in the middle, they score! Travis Powen off the great one-time tuck-in.
But the T-Birds just refuse to go away. Down 2-0, Jonathan Sonadecker nabs a short-handed tally to make it a 1-goal game. And then late in the third, Cooper LaBelle with the tip-in, and it's all tied up. But Timmins wasn't done yet.
And that one stung him, but he's staying out there. 5 seconds left on the power play. A massive penalty kill for the Thunderbirds, and we're back to even strength. Here's a fresh shot, save made, rebound, score!
Alexis Tremblay with the game winner as the Rock survive a scare and take it 4-2. Okay, the final game of the day, Greater Sudbury squared off with the Hearst Lumberjacks.
Here's Mason Walker, pass to the middle, just out of the reach of McCartney. Now he pushes up the right side, McCartney scores!
McCartney with the sublime solo rush made it 3-0 Cubs in the second. Hearst would cut it to 2-1, but then Lucas Signoretti sets up Ben Harris out front, and the lead was back to 3 goals. A big moment here for the Lumberjacks. Keenan Quenville, late in the period, collect that puck. That is his first ever NOJHL goal. Congrats, Keenan. In the third, though, Noah Cohan does this.
Lights off the forechecker. Here's Cohan driving through the middle. Cohan! Oh, baby, he scores!
Superlative rush by Cohan as Greater Sudbury ultimately would hold off the Lumberjacks 5-4. So let's take a look at the schedule for day 2 of the showcase. 6 games on tap once again. Espanola faces Kirkland Lake. The Lumberjacks take on the Sioux Thunderbirds. French River will tangle with the Sioux Eagles. The Timmins Rock against the Blind River Beavers, Iroquois Falls, and Elliott Lake, and the Powassan Voodoos, rounding out the showcase against Greater Sudbury at 6:45. Some league news to tell you about. This news just broke yesterday. Sudbury super rookie Mason Walker has signed with the Sudbury Wolves of the OHL. The 16-year-old has been outstanding this year, leading the league in scoring with 13 points in 9 games. Congratulations, Mason. Also, the CJHL came out with its first national rankings of the year. 2 NOJHL squads made the top 20. Timmins came in at number 14 on the list. The Rock have lost just a single game in 7 outings so far. And the defending champs, the Sudbury Cubs, were 19th. The boys in blue are tops in the league with 14 points, just 1 regulation loss so far. Your primetime player from last night, once again, the honor goes to Noah Metivier of the Sioux Thunderbirds. Yes, the T-Birds lost against Timmins, but Noah stopped 39 of 42 shots, some of them incredible, as you'll see in just a moment. He has been fantastic this season. And your play of the day brought to you, of course, by BrokerLink Auto, Home, and Business Insurance. BrokerLink, life can be confusing, your insurance shouldn't be. And it was Metivier with the sweep of the awards once again. Check out this save.
Overskated the puck, now he'll fire it in. The Rock looking to get back after Tremblay with a nice pass. Here's a backdoor feed. Oh my, what a stop! No, Metivier, that is the veteran we all know and love. That is the save of the showcase right there. What a cross-crease stop. My goodness.
That was huge and a beauty of a stop.
And just as a reminder to stay up to date with everything all season long that's going on in the NOJHL, you can check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Off to the rink now for puck drop. Enjoy the game.
restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Hello and welcome inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena for day number 2 of the NOJHL Showcase on ice pad number 2. First game between the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners and Espanola Paper Kings, going the way of the Paper Kings by a score of 5-2. On rink 1 right now, while the Sioux Thunderbirds are off to a fast start in that one, as they're off to a slow start as it's the Hearst Lumberjacks up 2-0. Sorry. My mistake. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long for this one, and we've got a good one on tap with the French River Rapids, the surging French River Rapids, you might say, versus the Sioux Eagles.
After having a couple really slow seasons, the Rapids are looking quite strong this year. They beat the Voodoos coming into this tournament here, and they did good yesterday as well.
Yeah, full disclosure, we are part of the Powassan Voodoos broadcast team, so we see most teams come through the Sportsplex, and last Saturday the French River Rapids came into Powassan and they took home a big 2 points from the Voodoos in a very entertaining game in which this Rapids team, well, it's not what you expect. This Rapids team has really good goaltending and they're pretty hard on the puck as well. So it was a fun game if you're not cheering for the Powassan Voodoos.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone are the days anyways where French River's a guaranteed 2 points on the schedule.
That's been the case for a couple years. They had a couple slow years, and I mean, as junior teams do, they go through cycles, and they've clearly come out of their slow cycle, and they're starting to surge.
Got to see the Sioux Eagles yesterday take on the Iroquois Falls Storm in a game in which the Sioux Eagles won, and of course this year with there being no East versus West, every point is massive, as every team is just in one division. All 12 teams and the top 8 teams make it. So even though these two teams traditionally were in different divisions, today the points between these two teams are going to be huge.
Yeah, that's the thing, we're used to having those two non-conference games where you're getting not as many points, the points don't matter as much. That's not the case anymore. Every 2 points is a 4-point swing.
The Sioux Eagles will be wearing their home black and yellow jerseys, kind of looking like bumblebees out there, and the Rapids will be on the ice with their road white jerseys, as they are the road team in this one. And it's just looking like it should be getting going here as the players get ready to pick up some pucks.
And as they're picking up pucks, we're going to step away for a quick message, and we'll be back with the starting lines.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by The Clubhouse by Gateway Golf, located on Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats. The Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout.
Looking at things on the Rapids side, we have North Bay product Nolan Mason and Daniel Grishachev, along with Joey Stiles, arguably the best name in the NOJHL this year. Mason was a thorn in the side of the Voodoos, getting a lot of good chances in that game on Saturday. On the back end, Jack Wilson and Ralph Koulis, and I believe Nicholas Tarantella's in net for the Rapids. On the Sioux Eagles side, we're looking at Cooper Fredericks, Alec Provorozniak, and Lucas, don't call me Cole, Caulfield, along with Cole Reggett and Luke Russell, and I believe Mason Burks might be getting the start there.
Mason is in net for the Eagles for sure. And you were correct about Tarantella starting for the Rapids.
So we're just about to get underway here as referee Adam Morrell here working game 2 of 2 for himself today. He was just out on the ice for the previous game. Now he's out here, the exact same officiating crew as the first game actually out there as well. So it should be fun one here from the Jerry McCorry Countryside Arena as we are underway. Puck to the near side. Reggett sends it in. Tarantella just calmly swifts it aside to his man. And now the puck back down the ice for the Rapids to chase as Stiles going after it. Stiles battling in the corner. Now it's Povorozniak who got the puck cross ice. Going the other way, that's Russell. Now near side is Caulfield with the shot. And Tarantella makes the glove save.
And just as a quick update, the Sioux Thunderbirds have cut their deficit in half. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Hearst Lumberjacks on the other side of this rink.
Puck drop coming to the broadcast side of Tarantella's crease, or blocker side, if you wish. 2007 born goaltender has looked very impressive. He was the goaltender of record against the Voodoos on Saturday. Now puck down the ice into the middle. Hop plays it over to his man. Now it's back over to Hop's side. And Hop gets it down the ice for Delise. Now cross ice. French River with it. Big hit right in the middle of the ice. And there's a delayed penalty coming to the Sioux Eagles on that play. As, my goodness, Jansa just took a massive hit. And it looks like it'll go for tripping against Doxy. But what a big hit in the middle of the ice that led to that penalty.
Yeah, that was a remarkable play that we saw go down here. And, yeah.
Carson Doxy will sit for 2 minutes or less. 19-11 on the clock. 2 shots on goal already for the Sioux Eagles, though.
The previous game on this ice pad had a lot of penalties, so we'll see if it maybe cools down a little bit here.
Back to the point. Koulis plays it back to his man. That's Grushev on the far side. He wills the puck forward on the far side wall, but it comes back to him. Now Koulis tried to play it back up, and the puck is out for Mason to chase after. Mason in his own zone. Back for Koulis. Koulis leaves it for Mason. Mason now with a head of speed down the ice. Stops up at the blue line. Looks for his options. Decides to rim it around the end walls to Stiles on the near side. Stiles plays it to his man. Puck comes back to Stiles. Now they're still battling in the near side corner. Villanez in there as well. Back to Mason. Mason moves around his man, walks in. Decides he can't get a shot to the net. Gets it back to Stiles at the point. Stiles, far side now. Grushev goes cross ice. Stiles had it just hopped off his stick, or rather Mason. Now back to the near side, or far side again. Grushev with the shot. That one's blocked as this French River power play has spent their entire time pretty much in the Sioux Eagles zone. Puck out to the side now. Good chance here for French River again as they try to get something set up. Grushev walks in from the half wall, takes a shot. That one's stopped by Burke. Secondary chance stopped by Burke and then batted away by a glove. Near side, Stiles just has it hop away from him. 30 seconds left on the power play. Mason sends it back in. Puck comes out in front of Burke's net and he just stops it, but it doesn't cover it up. Mason walks in, takes a shot. That one's blocked as well, and then he pokes the puck loose. And the Sioux Eagles finally send the puck all the way down to French River territory and get some nice little bit of reprieve here with 10 seconds left on the man advantage. That should mean that French River will be 0 for 1 now. But stranger things have happened as Haslam walks in. Haslam, as we are back to 5-on-5 now. Sioux Eagles the other way. Looking for his man on an opening pass, but it's picked off. Now Haslam has it again. Haslam to Shashenko. Shashenko back for Haslam. Now the puck along the wall on the near side is Danilov. He had a goal called back on him yesterday. Looking to get another one here. It was quite the snipe from Danilov too. Haslam in his own zone now, out from behind the net. Flips the puck up. Shashenko has it. Shashenko going for a skate, throws the puck towards the net. It hits the end wall, and Christopoulos chases after it. Now back to the far side. The Eagles pick it up in their own zone. Now Jack Jimenez with it. And now the puck comes loose. And it's sent for Marceau, but it doesn't quite reach him. Instead, it gets to Collison, who sends it back in deep, and Tarantella plays it behind his net. Shevchenko. Knocked to the ice. Healthy whack there on the Sioux Eagles player. Nothing coming, though, on that one. Now Jimenez with it in his own zone. Gets it back to Collison. Puck sent down the ice again. French River picks it off. And now Gifford going after it. Gifford on a 2-on-1 here. Tries to get the puck out towards the net. It's kicked on net as well. Two chances there as the puck hit Burks, and then it was kicked towards the net again, and Burks made both saves. 4.5 minutes gone here in this first period. No score between French River and the Sioux Eagles. Battling now for possession in the French River zone. French River comes away with it as Gifford tries to get his man in stride, but it misses his stick and goes down the ice for icing here against the Rapids.
The shots currently on the board are 2-2, but that is not indicative of how the play's been so far, especially with that 2 minutes of really handy French River power play. As you mentioned before the game, Joey Stiles, best name in the league as voted by the Frontline. Best chance early in this game so far as well, too, on that power play.
He had a lot of great chances for sure. Now Gifford with the puck, and it's sent around the end wall towards his other man, and is batted back in by the Sioux Eagles. There will be delayed hand pass, but Gifford will play it, so that'll negate that. Now Gifford to the near side for his man. Battling for it. That was Schubert. And the puck comes in, saved by Tarantella there. Puck back through the neutral zone. Hop picks it up in his own zone. Now it's back over for Hop as he picks it up in the defensive zone. Hop gains the red line, throws it in cross ice. Gifford tries to pick it up behind his net, but he just wills it forward, but now it's behind the French River zone again, and the puck will come loose. French River picks it up again. Down the ice. That misses its intended target, and it will have the legs for icing, so we'll get a stoppage here. And an offensive zone draw again for the Sioux Eagles.
This has been the puck has moved a lot back and forth. Sioux Eagles are actually leading in shots, but I don't know if that shot count is actually correct. The French River Rapids have had more zone time, but the puck has been both ways a lot in terms of zone time.
Creel out, battling for it over there. And the puck hits a stick of a Rapids player and goes down the ice. Now in for his own zone, Liam Watson. Sends it around behind the net for Zacharias Constantine. Speaking of good names, there's one right there too. Now it's up the ice for Doxy. Doxy walks in, takes the shot. Tarantella saw that one all the way and just put his glove up and grabbed it. And he'll cover it up.
Yeah, as far as names go, Constantine, that's a pretty legendary name that you can pull some great history out of that.
Face off to the far side of Tarantella's crease. And the puck is won back by the Sioux Eagles, but behind the net. And the Eagles still battling for it in possession. In the French River zone, it's back to Reggett. Reggett threw it cross ice. No one was there to tip it towards the net. And the puck is loose to French River now as Mason picks it up, gets it back to the blue line. Reggett sends it back in, and good little pick off there by French River, else there was two black jerseys all alone. Walking back in towards the net, just tipped wide of Burke's net by the Rapids, and the Rapids still battling for it in the Sioux zone. Mason kept it in momentarily. Reggett does get it down the ice. It misses everyone, but rolls in on Tarantella, and he's just going to cover up. So instead of icing, the goaltender covers it up as it was right on his net. And now the Sioux Eagles will get another offensive zone draw.
And that's one of those unfortunate plays as a goalie where you're like, if this puck was 1 foot to the side, we'd have a face-off at the other goalie's end. But now I have it right here in front of me. For Tarantella, it's right on his blocker side.
The Eagles try to win it back. They do, but Christopoulos gets in there at the half wall. Still battling for it. And it's back to Collison. Collison goes cross ice to his man. That's Jack Jimenez. As the Sioux Eagles are playing with 4 defensive pairings here. Sent back in now. DeBook with it. takes a shot. Burke saw that one, made the glove save on it, and we'll get another stoppage here.
Looking very back-catcherly in his goaltending save there. Dropped to his knees with glove out in front of him and made sure to not leave a rebound for any prowling Rapids.
Jansa in for the draw against Bell. Puck sent back towards the net. Didn't ever make it all the way through. And now the Eagles are going to flip it down into Rapids territory as there's a hit on Danilov in the neutral zone. French River on the far side wall, still battling for it. It's kicked out of their zone, and Hop picks it up. Hop flips it down the ice. Tarantella out to play it. Tarantella leaves it for his man. That's Jack Wilson that had it. Now the puck back down through the neutral zone, and is stopped by the Eagles and flipped right back in. Wilson with the puck behind his net. Wilson to Jansa, back to Wilson. Wilson being chased down behind his net. Stops up, turns towards the wall, and now he picks up the loose puck again. Wilson tried to flip it out, but it hits the netting as it rolled up over the net or over the glass. And we'll get a stoppage here. 11:54 left in this first period.
Yeah, almost halfway through the first period, and we haven't seen too many great chances. There's been a lot good puck movement, and there's been half-decent control, but they just haven't had, neither team has made it all the way down to taking some dangerous chances yet.
Puck won by the Rapids. Not out of their zone, though, but they finally do get it there. As that's sent down the ice and going the other way now, once again for French River. Big hit on the far side. A Rapids player's down, and he's barely moving on the ice. We've seen a few of these now over the course of a day and a half of the NOJHL Showcase. As now the Rapids trainer out quickly to check on his fallen mate here.
That was a heavy hit, and the way he went into the boards was just an awkward way into the boards, and he hasn't moved a whole lot. So I'm not even sure what could have been the injury, because it didn't look like a dangerous or like a hit that was going to cause an injury.
No, just a hard hit in the corner. Not even sure who the player is that's down on the ice, unfortunately.
He is moving now, though, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, he didn't move for a few seconds until the trainer got out there. Both teams back to their bench. A couple of Rapids players still by the trainer to help this player get up. He's slow to get up, but he is getting up. Not under his own power. He has two Rapids players helping him.
Up with assistance and being helped off the ice, so that's good.
We'll have to see who it was that went down and keep an eye out to see if they return. Just a hard hit along the boards.
Looks like that's Wheelot Store.
Yeah, Oliver Gillette Store, the 04 birth year, 6'2". We'll have to make sure that he's able to come back, and hopefully he's okay. He's walking around now.
But he's not
back by the Rapids dressing room. Talking to a couple of guys. As we're back underway here now. Sioux Eagles with possession. Send it down the ice. Caulfield tried to kick it in. He's the captain of this Eagles squad too. Battling for it. Now it's picked up in the Rapids territory and gone the other way is Villanez. Puck flipped towards the net. Villanez picks it up though as it never made it through. Now back to Gifford. Gifford takes the shot, blocked aside by Burks. Sashenko battling again. Now Caulfield the other way. Caulfield is battling with Gifford. Got it to the near side wall, and the Rapids try to clear it again. They do. Sashenko back to Villanez. Villanez walks in, takes the shot. He puts it just wide. Villanez all over the ice on this shift. Puck sent back to Burks again. Rebound, Villanez taken hard into the boards head first, as there was some distance between the boards and the hit. And he was just thrown. Now the Eagles walking the other way, but it's picked up by Sashenko. And it almost looked like he was trying to deke around his goaltender with the puck there for a moment. Eagles pick it up again. Now Shevchenko throws the hit. Picked up now by the Rapids. Dierney sends it the other way. McGrath goes in to chase down. And Bartzis picks it up. Throws it back behind the net. Eagles with possession. Can't quite get it out of the zone. They do, though, as Trelot couldn't hold it at the line. Now Jimenez sends it in. Took a weird bounce, though. Tried to rim it around the perimeter. And it bounced out to the middle of the ice. Rapids with some speed. Walks through the defense, and he just couldn't make it happen. As what a good chance there for French River. As that was Tyler Trelot. Just had the puck roll away from his stick. That's twice now in this same few moments where we've seen a Rapids player just go and thread the needle with two Eagles defensemen.
That's something we want to watch for us this game, as they seem to be getting chances that way.
Rapids definitely seeing something in the defensive scheme. Puck back out front. Big save by Burke. Bartzis on the one-time attempt from the slot. That's a prime scoring chance. And Burks stood his ground, made the save. But that will bring us to our mid-period break with 9:15 left in the first period. Still no score between the French River Rapids and the Sioux Eagles.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back into the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena here in Sudbury for day number 2 of the NOJHL Showcase. The Sioux Eagles and the French River Rapids are at action here between the two teams on ice pad number 2 and on ice pad number 1. It's currently 2-2 after 40 minutes of play between the Hearst Lumberjacks and Sioux Thunderbirds in a game in which the Thunderbirds led at one point 2-0.
Yeah, and as you mentioned about this game that we're watching right here on this break, we've seen a couple plays in a short period there where French River Rapids just make quick little breaks and get by both defenders to be left in alone on the goal. I'm not sure if that's they've scouted something and said, let's make this move, or if they just happen to be finding those plays and Sioux needs to tighten up their defense a little bit.
Puck won by the Rapids off the draw. Mason gets to it, sends it towards the net. Good glove there by Burke, stops it, so we'll get another stoppage here. Courtney Kenny pleased to be joined by Ben Long, sorry.
And the one thing for sure with that is Burke has stood tall at every opportunity that's come up against him, so he's doing his part. I'm sure he's thinking a little bit, come on, guys, let's pull a little more defense in front of me.
Eagles with possession. Schubert gets it down the ice skates it in, looks out front. Good chance there as they fell to the ice. And Tarantella with a big save. That was Tyler Fortson with a good chance as he was falling a la Bobby Orr.
Yeah, that was quite a remarkable play where it looked like there's going to be nothing from him. He made a quick move, lost his footing a little bit, was able to get a good backhand shot off. But fortunately for the Rapids, Tarantella was right there with him every step of the way.
Tarantella's been impressive in the 2 games now that we've got to see him play. Last Saturday against the Voodoos and now today. As the puck sent down the ice by the Rapids, hops over Hop's stick. And now the puck back down. And into Rapids territory. Fortson walks in, takes the shot, he scores! Walked in and was able to just put the puck above Tarantella's pad. As the Sioux Eagles go ahead 1-0.
That was an amazing one-man effort by Fortson there. He just picked up the puck, made his way through a couple players, and without even seemingly making a move, had the goalie out of position and popped it in. Like, he just made it look like there was no effort there at all. And he just did a remarkable feat, made it look like nothing.
Well, we've seen a couple of instances like we talked about where the Rapids have been able to thread the needle with the Eagles defense, and Fortson basically just did that exact same thing on the other side.
He heard us talk and said, hey, let me take a shot at that.
Christopoulos now with the puck, sends it into Eagles territory. Watson battling with Jansa. As now the puck back up on the near side. Marceau, cross ice. Flips it in, cross ice into the Rapids zone. Trelot gets to it. Now Christopoulos has it. Christopoulos flips it in. Big hit on the end wall there with Christopoulos and Jansa involved. Now Jansa comes away with the puck. Another hit thrown there by Christopoulos, and the Eagles try to come away with it. That's Liam Watson. Now with the puck behind his net is flipped down the ice by the Eagles. Picking that one up is Bell. Bell to Marceau. Marceau walks in, goes around the net, tries the wrap-around attempt, and Tarantella makes the save on that one. Tarantella had to get over quickly. Now Shevchenko walks in. Shevchenko tried to walk through both defenders, threw the puck back out front. No one was there for French River, though. And the puck comes out, back down the ice to Villeneuve, and now the Eagles pick it up once again. Reggett throws across ice. And he's picked up in Rapids territory by the Eagles, but thrown around. So the Rapids do get it back down through the neutral zone. Just under 7 minutes here left in the first period. Provorozniak just threw the puck to the near side, and now the puck flipped back down by French River. Provorozniak picks it up. He's in his own zone. Gets it to Reggett. Reggett down the ice quickly, but is picked up by the Rapids in their own zone. That's Treel out, but now it's given away. Provorozniak walking in. Tarantella with the save. Secondary chance just overskated by the Eagles. And now the puck back through the neutral zone for the last minute or two, maybe since the Fortson goal. It's been all Eagles here. Rapids not doing much to get it past the red line in the neutral zone. Kept back in by the Eagles and sent deep. Battle for it now. Along the corner. Puck out front. Shoveled towards the net, but just shoveled wide by the Eagles. Still battling in the near side corner. Caulfield comes away with it. Now he walks around his man at the blue line. Sorry, that was Cullison. Now Jack Jimenez with the puck up for Caulfield. Caulfield walks in, takes a shot. Tarantella made the save. Rebound came out. 5:40 left in this first period. 1-0 Eagles. Back to the blue line. Jack Jimenez sends it in deep. Now battling again along the wall. Teves lost it though. Sent back towards the net by the Eagles. That was Delise. And now we'll get another stoppage here with 5:26 left in the first period.
For anyone watching us on YouTube, this is not going to make sense, but anyone watching on hockey or Flow Hockey will get this, that with players warming up in the far corners from where we are, there's balls bouncing around for them playing their kickball or whatever they're doing. But every once in a while during the middle of play, he'll shoe up and I'm like, gloves are flying or something's happened. And
yeah.
It's not in the play at all.
Bartsis gets it around to the near side as we're back underway. Teves sends it out of the zone, and Hope sends it back in. Koulis sends it around far side. And it's picked up by the Rapids, but not out as Hope sends it cross ice. And that one just sailed high and wide of the net. Puck taking a weird bounce off the boards now again, and it bounced out into the middle of the ice, but Koulis picks it up in his own zone. Now the puck sent right back down the ice, and Olin chasing it down. It won't have the legs for icing though. Olin skates it through the neutral zone with a head of speed. Now he walks through 4 Rapids, but he lost the puck. Now the puck thrown right back by French River towards their net, or towards their bench, I should say, and up and over the bench it goes, so we'll get another stoppage here.
Yeah, that went right into the pile of bodies and maybe even hit the coach behind there. I can't quite see. There was a big pile of movement off the ice there. But this game, we're sitting here at 10 shots in favor of the Eagles and 7 shots in favor of the Rapids, and the Eagles really this last 5 minutes has really sort of turned the tide of this game.
Yeah, since they scored that go-ahead goal, it's been pretty much all Sioux Eagles. As now the puck down the ice, Grushev in a foot race, takes down his man, takes a sharp angle shot. It missed Burke's net entirely. Now stopping down, there is a delayed penalty coming up to the Sioux Eagles. As the puck sent back towards Burke's net, Grushev to the first one to it, or rather Mason, gets it back to Stiles. Stiles takes a hard hit at the blue line, and finally the Eagles player touches it And we'll get the whistle here as Zacharias Constantine picked up the puck.
No, I just saw it was 2 minutes for holding, and I'm sure it was on the Grushichev play when he was making a break there, was held up a little bit as he's trying to get down. Right after we'd said this game had all been Sioux Eagles' last couple games, Grushichev put the team on his back and tried to get away, and it looks like Watson's going to the penalty box. And I'm not sure he is the man that was back at that moment, so oh no, it looks like it likely was that play where Grushichev was sprung down the ice and was held up.
Grushichev now trying to figure out if he should go out on the ice, and Paul Fistraglio says, nope, come on back, head coach. So he's back on the bench here, and he won't join his mates for the first bit on the power play. Jansa will, as Jansa comes in for the draw. Now back for Koulis. Koulis flips it in deep, and it's over the stick of his mate, but it's still in the far side corner. Dubuc out there for it. Gets it to his man, and now Fortson, the goal scorer, stops and turns around as he carried the puck down to Rapids territory. Fortson for Mason. Mason behind his net. Mason stripped of the puck, and the Eagles send the puck right back down to their own zone. Cole Reggett sends the puck back to the blue line. Bell picks it up, and he's just going to skate it down and flip it in. $1:20 left on this power play. So 40 seconds killed. Sharp angle chance off Tarantella with the save. Over 40 seconds killed now by the Eagles, just skating the puck around. Now the other way. Flipped in, Dubuc falls down as he took a hit. And the Eagles send the puck right back down the ice. Mason will get to it this time. And unlike the first power play where French River had a lot of good looks, it's been 1 minute and 5 seconds now, and French River has yet to really get any sustained zone time. Jansa stops up, gets it back to Koulis. Koulis with a chance, and that one was tipped by Christopoulos right into the legs of an Eagle player. And the puck sent flipped back in for Dubuc. Now near side, Christopoulos. Christopoulos stops back, gets it back to Jansa with the shot, and he just put that one wide. 30 seconds left on the power play. Jansa back at the point, throws it back towards the net. Tipped just wide of the net. Now Dubuc tried to get the rebound off the boards, and it just missed his stick. Now Jansa, as the Rapids are going to make a quick change here. Jansa walks in, and now he's on the far side as he was forced to turn here. Flipped back down the ice by the Sioux Eagles, and Shashenko will have to pick it up. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. French River in danger now of going 0 for 2 on the power play. And there's another penalty coming. 1 second left on the previous power play. I believe it's against the Sioux Eagles again as Delise is going to go.
I did not see the play that happened to cause that penalty, but our good friends in their stripes saw something that must have warranted it, and we'll see if French River can turn this power play around a little bit and get some more chances. I'm sure they would love to tie this game up in the next 2 minutes before they head back to the dressing room for their break.
2:09 left in this first period. It's 1-0 Sioux Eagles. 1 second of 5-on-3 play, though. Big deal.
Anything can happen in 1 second, Courtney.
And, well, the 1 second's over. Villanez picks it back up. Gets it back to Shashenko at the blue line. Haslam with it. Haslam just throws it towards the net, and Burke makes the stop. So we'll get another face-off here with $1:55 left in this first period.
That was good puck control by French River, but they never got to anywhere dangerous. A high and wide shot right into the body of Burke that he just covered up, and we have a face-off to his trapper side here.
Back to Haslam off the draw. Shashenko with it. Goes cross ice. Grushichev with it on the far side. Back to Shashenko. Grushichev with the chance. Walks in, takes a shot, and Burke makes another save here. 1:30 left on the man advantage. 1:40 left in the period.
With all sorts of men around him, Burke made sure he held on to that puck there. It almost came out of him there, but that little extra tight squeeze kept it in, and there was no further chance for the Rapids.
Haslam with the puck near side to Shashenko. Shashenko with a shot. That one hit a couple of sticks and went wide of the net. Now Grushichev battling for it. There's going to be another call here. as I'm unsure if it's going against French River or the Sioux Eagles. It looks like
thought that was-
Greshachev's going to go.
I thought that was going to be called against the Eagles for sure, as Greshachev was grabbed and thrown up against the boards as he was going for the puck, but it must have been from before that. He must grab the guy or
So we'll
made
have
some sort of contact.
4-on-4 hockey for the next minute, 21 seconds. Then Sioux Eagles are going to have a 10-second power play here to end the period before the power play will likely carry over to period number 3. And it's won by French River in their own zone. Koulis with it. Koulis going for a skate. Goes through the neutral zone with a head of speed. He loses the puck at the Eagles bench, though, and now going the other way. Provorozniak with the puck. And now it's called dead on the hand pass with a $1:10 left in this period.
Been a lot of back and forth on the power plays here. It's hard to keep track of who's got what advantage. But right now we're even with 4-on-4, so we're going to probably see some good skating plays out there for the next minute or so.
One back to Russell. Russell the puck. Gets it back to Provorozniak. With the puck again. Koulis nearly picked off the pass. But back to Luke Russell again. Provorozniak with the puck in Rapids territory. We're into the final minute now. Goes cross ice. Russell. Back to his man, Provorozniak. Walking in. Wide open net. And they score. Able to dipsy doodle around Tarantella. But the puck went to the far side. It's now 2-0 Sioux Eagles. As Alex Provorozniak with a gorgeous looking goal there to put up the Sioux Eagles by 2 with 43 seconds left in this first period.
Yeah, Provorozniak doubles their lead with his 3rd goal of the season, 6th point on the year.
He's looked dangerous this period. That's
he
for
has.
sure.
He's looked good out there for sure. And with it being 4-on-4, that didn't end the power play. We're still more 4-on-4 here ahead.
30 seconds left on 4-on-4. And then 10 seconds left in the power play. And the Eagles will have that power play for those 10 seconds. And maybe then some. But now going the other way. The Rapids. There's Dubuc just threw a body on the far side after he lost the puck. Jansa looking for Hope, but Hope decides to flip the puck down the ice. And it'll go into Rapids territory. That will go for icing. And now we got a tangle up here in the corner. I think that was incidental, though. It didn't look like either player was very concerned when they went down to the ice. I think they just hit skate blades as they were coming around the corner.
Yeah, it doesn't look like too much entanglement has happened after the play. And it looks like there was some issues with the potential icing call, but as normal, the call on the ice stands, and the coaches have not won any arguments.
15.4 seconds left in this period, 7 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Jansa in for the draw. Wins it back to his man. Haslam throws it towards the net. That one's blocked. Now Dubuc falls to the ice, or else he would have had a good line on getting the loose puck. Now we have a power play here for the Sioux Eagles with 3 seconds left. Down the ice, the lines with a shot. Tarantella kicks that one aside, and that'll end the first period here. It's 2-0 Sioux Eagles. 31 seconds left on the clock, though, on a man advantage to start the second period for the Sioux Eagles. And Ben, before we go to a quick break, what were your thoughts on that period?
The first half looked really good for the Rapids. The second half, not as much, and the scoreboard reflects that second half more than the first half. So we have 2-0 for the Eagles off of the strength of Fortson's first goal of the season and Provorozniak's 3rd goal of the season.
Well, we'll have to see if the Rapids are able to rebound in the second period or not. As moving forward, we'll have to take a break here for the intermission. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Ben Long. We'll be back with more Frontline broadcast hockey from the NOJHL Showcase Day 2 on the other side of this.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. the lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency. Welcome to the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout. You can book times now at gatewaygolf.ca or come visit at 245 Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside of the Jerry McCorry Countryside Arena here in Sudbury, Ontario for period number 2 between the French River Rapids and the Sioux Eagles. It's 2-0 Eagles lead after the first period of play, and they also have a 31-second power play to start off this second period. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long.
It's good to be here, Courtney. It's always a great time at the showcase. It's a couple days full of good hockey. I always call it a weekend, but it's the middle of the week, but it's a couple days full of good hockey. And this year, I'm happy with our schedule broadcasting. That it was a much lighter schedule for us.
Yep.
And it's made it allowed it to be a little bit more enjoyable and a little less hustled.
Yeah. Usually we're doing all the games on Rink 2 for the 2 days, so that's 8 games over 2 days. And if you've ever been to this event, you know what we're talking about. But if you haven't, basically the final buzzer will go on the game. The other teams will be ready to go. There will be a quick flood, and then the teams are immediately out there for a warm-up, and then the game starts. There's no flood between the warm-up and the game. So it's pretty bang, bang, bang for the 4 games.
Yeah, you have a flood, and then I think it's an 8-minute warm-up or 7-minute warm-up, and then right on into the next game. And, it's a lot after each other. So to have the staffing that we've had and to have the time on the other rink instead of just this rink, it's a very nice experience. And if you're in the greater Sudbury area at all, it's worthwhile coming down to check out. I mean, we're on day 2 of 2 for this year, but for the next year, it's always early in October, and it's a great event to be at.
Yeah, if you like hockey at all, this is the place to be. You get a lot of good Junior A hockey here in Sudbury. And, I mean, your Cubs are defending NOJHL champions, too, so as much as that pains me to say.
Yeah, that's as Voodoo's announcers, that is not great.
No, the Voodoos lost to the Cubs in 5 games in the finals last year. As we're about to get going now for the opening draw, and it's won by the Eagles on their power play all the way back into their own zone. The Eagles in their home black and yellow jerseys are going left to right to start this period, and the Rapids in their road whites are going right to left. Povorozniak with the puck in, and they stop up, back to the point now. Watson walking the line. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Puck thrown towards the net. They score on the power play. Goal for the Eagles. It's 3-0 as Cooper Fredericks scores on an absolute snipe from the top of the faceoff circle.
And Cooper Fredericks is currently their leading scorer. That's his 6th goal. I don't believe he got an assist on any of the goals earlier in the game, so that puts him up to 9 points total on the season.
He's been impressive for sure. He scored yesterday as well.
Yeah, this is game 6 for him, so to be up to 6 goals and 9 points, that's a nice little total for him this early in the season.
It's like Austin Matthews last year when he was scoring at a game of pace early in the season.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
Anybody that can do that in any league, you're going to be able to move on with hockey at some point in your career, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, you're ready for the next level if that's your...
Delayed penalty again coming up. I think this one's coming up against the Sioux Eagles this time for hooking. So the French River Rapids will once again have a chance to climb within a couple of goals, but this time they find themselves down 3-0. And their power play has not been clicking yet this game.
It hasn't. They did have one power play where they looked really strong with moving of the puck, and they got one good chance off of it. But since then, their power play has not looked great at all. But that is Carson Doxey in the box for 2 minutes or less for hooking, and French River is going to make their best attempt to try and get this game a little closer.
Puck won back by the Rapids. Koulis now at the blue line with it. Sends in for Grushev. Grushev twisting and turning. Plays it back to Koulis. Koulis to Grushev. Leaves it for Koulis. Koulis flips the puck back in deep. Mason picking it up again. Grushev got it to Stiles, but now the Eagles take the puck and flip it all the way down the ice. Tarantella leaves it behind his net. And Koulis picks it up. Koulis didn't like what he saw with Danilov all over him, so he turned around. Now Koulis still has Danilov all over him, but he makes the pass to Mason. Mason with some speed. Over for Villeneuve. Villeneuve walks in, takes the shot, missed that one over the net. Now it's back to Koulis at the point. Passes it to Villeneuve. Villeneuve with another shot. That one's tipped just wide of Burke's net. Now Grushev walking in, got it in deep, and it's picked up by the Eagles, but now it's knocked away. And could the Rapids be doing some more self-inflicted pain here and ending their power play short, as there's a penalty called on the ice for hooking.
That's 2 hooking calls in a row, you know. Guys really got to watch where they're getting their sticks up and around, guys. You either got to get the body into them, or you got to get your stick on the puck. And just getting that stick up into the body if a guy gets by is not a play you want to be making.
Looks like nobody wants to go to the box.
I'm not sure who's being given this penalty.
I think it's the Eagles. The Eagles are getting it,
the
actually.
The Eagles are getting it.
Fredericks is going. No. There's a whole bunch of confusion here.
Russell, maybe?
Yeah, Russell's going to go. So 57 seconds of 5-on-3 here for the Rapids. And they'll have a minute 3 of 5-on-4 if they don't score. Puck back to Koulis. Koulis plays it at the blue line. Playing pitch and catch here with Grushev. Back to Koulis. Koulis to Mason. Mason throws it towards the net. That one goes wide. Couple of bodies on the ice. Back to Koulis again. Koulis stops up. Throws it back to Grushev. Grushev walks in, takes a shot. Burks with the save. Puck still loose. And is cleared by the Eagles down the ice. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 3-0 Eagles lead here. Rapids back on the attack. Grushev over the blue line. Looking for some options. Nearly fanned on the pass. That could have been dangerous there, as there was an Eagle player right there ready to intercept. And now Mason landing on the pass. Good chance there by Stiles, and that one's put high and wide of the net. And that should do it for the 5-on-3 here, as that one's going to expire. And now back to just a regular old 5-on-4 power play for the Rapids. Down the ice quickly. That's Watson. Got the puck right back down into Rapids territory. Tarantella playing it up, looking for Mason. That one missed him. And it's right back in for Tarantella. Tarantella wanted to leave it behind his net, turned to the corner, and it was kind of like a deer caught in the headlights as there was an Eagle player streaking in. Had to go back and play the puck. Now Mason with some speed missed his man. That should go for icing against the Rapids. It does. And now the Rapids kind of all sorts of discombobulated here on the power play with 33 seconds left on their man advantage.
And they've had a few good shots on and towards the net, especially in the 5-on-3 portion. But the Eagles have done a really good job of keeping them to the outside, not letting them get in with any real dangerous shots. So when the pucks get to the net, they've done a good job of clearing them down the ice. So this really, I think, it's going to help the Eagles' momentum if they can get out of this with no goals against.
Eagles threw the puck on net. Didn't hit the net, though. Now it's Grushev going back down the ice. And picking that one up is Mason. Mason walks in, lost the puck, though. But it's just kept in momentarily by the Rapids. Now going the other way are the Eagles. Walking in Marceau. Marceau looking for the pass. And an Eagles player goes down hard into the post. He's slow to get up, but he does get up, and there will be a penalty here for interference against the Rapids. So the Rapids can't get anything going on the man advantage again, and now they'll be going to the penalty kill in 8 seconds.
That's really not the play you want to be making as the Rapids if you're down 3-0 already. Coming off a power play in 8 seconds to be taking a penalty and give the team who's been really dominating the last bit of the game an extra chance with a man advantage.
Hunter Villanez will be the one in the box. And we'll get 4-on-4 for 8 seconds before the Eagles are on the power play. Fredericks, the most recent goal scorer, in for the draw here against Jansa. And now the puck is won by Shevchenko, and he sends that all the way down the ice, but because it's 4-on-4, that'll go for icing, even though the power play is now just starting, but because he sent it down when it was still 4-on-4, bit of a head scratcher on that one.
Yeah, that's one of those. Does the icing get waved off because it's no longer a power play? Is the icing based on when the puck was fired or when it crosses the line? If it's when it crosses the line, the penalty was over by then.
I think Shevchenko was just hoping that it would get down there a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And clearly it didn't. So now the Eagles on the offense. Sharp angle chance, saved by Tarantella. The puck back for the Eagles. Povorozniak got the puck cross ice. Frederick sends it in deep again. Going for a bit of a skate now. Leaving it for Watson. Watson from the blue line took a shot. That one hit a stick and went over the net and into the netting. So we'll get a stoppage here.
And the Eagles have looked pretty good on this power play 7 seconds into it, where they've had a little bit of puck movement and puck going over the net. That one ended up in the netting above the glass, not between the posts, but I'm sure they'll have a few more shots on net in the next couple minutes.
Puck won back by the Eagles off the draw. Provorozniak with the puck. Skates around, gets it in, takes a shot. Caulfield might have blocked that as the puck's into the corner. Now it comes out, and it's picked up by the Rapids and knocked down the ice. Minute left on the man advantage here. And the puck all the way in deep into Eagles territory. Watson with the puck behind his own net. Gets it down for Delise. Delise walking in. With some speed, throws it out front. Couldn't quite get it tape to tape. And the puck finds the Rapids and goes all the way down the ice once again. Eagles out of their own zone. Play the puck down the ice. Fortson walks in, got it to his man Delise, and now the puck back to the point for Hope. Or rather, Reggett. My apologies. And now the puck back to Reggett at the point. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Rapids still have it, or the Eagles still have it rather, but now the Rapids do get to it and send it right back down. So 10 seconds left on the man advantage, and French River looks to have killed this one. Puck down the ice quickly, but it's picked up by Gifford and sent right back down deep, and that is it for that man advantage, and that'll go for icing as we're back to 5-on-5.
And there we have another play where the puck was fired with time on the clock, crossed the line after the penalty, and it's icing this time.
3-0 Eagles lead. Shots on goal also in favor of the Eagles, 17-12. 14-11 left in the second period. And it's been nothing but a parade to the penalty box so far in this middle frame.
Yeah, last game on this ice too, maybe there's some juju on the ice there that's causing some tempers.
Danilov took the shot. That one was blocked by Shevchenko and into the corner. Now Danilov picks it back up, but it's picked up by the Rapids off of his stick. And now down for Mason. Mason walks in, goes cross ice. His pass had to stop up Styles, so the Eagles were able to pick that up. Now Villanez out front was looking for Mason, and the puck sent right back down for the Eagles again. Eagles to the attack. Walking around. Lost the handle on it, but it's back to the point. Tried the one-time attempt on the slap shot, and it was just fanned on them. Bell did get a chance, and Tarantella gloved it down. Now Tarantella and the defender have a couple of words here for...
That's Mason?
That's Marceau.
Marceau.
In there. Having a few words with those guys. That's Treelout and Tarantella that had a few words for Marceau, who's now going to the box.
Yeah, he was right on the goalie. And it's 2 minutes. I'm not sure what that's being called. Roughing, possibly. But it was not taken kindly to. And now we have a face-off just to the blocker side of Burks.
Either way, the Rapids are back to the man advantage. And again, it's going to get to a point where they're going to have to get something going here with the man advantage.
Yeah, the last one did not look particularly great, but they have looked good in this game on the power play, so we know it's in them.
Bartzis throws the puck around the end wall. And that'll be another stoppage of play. We'll get an update from the other ice service for you here momentarily. 3-0 on this ice service, though, between the Sioux Eagles and the French River Rapids.
With 37 seconds left in the game, it is 5-2 for the Hearst Lumberjacks over the Sioux Thunderbirds.
Hearst really having a good showing these last 2 days. Just coming up short yesterday against the Sudbury Cubs to tie it up late. Puck literally hopping over the player's stick when there was a wide open net. That was a good game. What a fun game to finish day one. Mason all the way back into his own zone. 7 minutes gone here in this second period. Mason with a nifty move to get around his man. And now he's off to the races. Mason blocking in. Threw the puck out front. Good chance there as Bartzis had the puck roll out to him. He got a good shot on net, but Burke with a good butterfly save on that.
Yeah, got down and made sure to block the puck and made sure it was covered up after it hit the ice. And as a goalie, that's about, if you can get that done, you've done your job.
Face off now in the Eagles zone. Koulis with it. Goes cross ice. Quick pass down to Grushev. Grushev goes back cross ice. And the puck bouncing out as it bounced over the net. And it doesn't find pay dirt, though, for the Rapids. Good chance there on the power play, as that was just precision passing at its best by the Rapids. Still battling on the near side wall now. Trying to come away with it are the Rapids, and now the puck comes loose to the Eagles, who have a 2-on-1. Oland going the other way. Oland tried to take the shot. It rolled off his stick and kicked away by Tarantella. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Grushev walks in over the line. Grushev on the near side half wall. Stops up, gets it back to Mason at the point. Back to Grushev playing pitch and catch. Back to Mason. Mason fanned on his shot attempt, and then he tried to dive for it, but Haslam had to retreat and pick it back up. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. The Eagles are just going to dump the puck down the ice, and it'll be left into the corner for Tarantella to play. Now Dubuc with it. Sends it up for Haslam. Haslam leaves it for Grushev. Picks it up, sends it cross ice. That was looking for Jansa, and the puck's going to roll in for Burks. So 1 second left on the man advantage for the Rapids, but for all intents and purposes, that's pretty much it here before we get back to 5-on-5.
Yeah, 1 minute on a power play is not going to make it too much of a difference, except for the fact that by the time the guy makes it back into the play, so
there's always that delayed power play effect, basically.
Yeah. So they probably have another good 10-15 seconds to try and make an effort, and we have a switch of goalies happening here.
It looks like Brock Grain coming into the net now for Tarantella, as he kind of has some words with the Eagles bench as he skates by. And we saw the Voodoos do that yesterday with Miles Gordon and Tyson Wilcox, so
this may have been a scheduled change.
When teams are rocking three goaltenders, you got to play all three of them during. You don't have to play all three of them, but it is nice to play all three during the showcase.
Yeah, it's good for everyone to get to showcase their skills at the showcase. I can play on words.
That was so hard.
So just
it's been a long day and a half.
the game has ended on the other ice surface. 5-2 is the final.
Yeah, there'll be more games over there from Thomas Mercier and crew on that side. And now Jansa walking back in. Jansa, sharp angle, tried to put the puck towards the net, and it didn't head anybody on the way. Good opportunity there for Jansa, though. Now the puck back for Bell. Bell had his pass attempt picked off. Big hit at center ice, though, from Dubuc and Luke Russell. And the players get up and continue on. 10:45 left in the second period. Russell back at the point. Goes cross ice for Reggett. Reggett threw towards the net, missed the net. Now Russell sends it right back in. As now Russell and Dubuque collide again, and this time Dubuque is more worse for wear as he's down on the ice and slow to get up. As those two kind of met a couple of times on that same shift.
He was slow to get up after the last collision. This one he made one attempt to get up, and then he kind of stumbled a bit, and now he's back on one knee, and the trainer's out taking a look.
Well, hopefully he's able to go, and he is pretty quick to head back towards the bench. We'll have to see if he's able to come back in the game at some point. We still haven't seen Oliver Gillett-Stork return since his injury in the first period.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been back out yet, but the Buck's getting to the ice, to the bench on his own power, so I'm guessing that's a good sign. We'll keep an eye to make sure he stays on the bench or see if he heads to the dressing room, but it looks like he's staying on the bench for now at least.
Yeah, he took two big hits there. Both he tried to throw the hit and kind of...
And Russell is being removed from the game.
Maybe they're calling head contact. That would be my guess.
And we'll see who takes a spot on the bench, but animated Sioux Eagles coach is unimpressed with that call, it looks like.
Either way, Luke Russell, part of the top pairing here today with Cole Reggett. So that could be a big loss for the Sioux Eagles.
Yeah, that's a notable loss for sure, but if you're rocking 8 defensemen, you can fill in that spot at least so you're not shorthanded on the bench at least.
Couple of moments here. It's actually a 5-minute power play now on the board for the Rapids, so the Rapids will have a chance here again on the man advantage.
For 5 minutes is a good one for them to try and catch up here.
Yeah.
The gate at the penalty box for the Eagles is still open, waiting for someone to take the spot there.
And that'll be Jack Jimenez going in there. Now, again, to risk like sounding a broken record, you got to score on one of these.
You would hope so.
Mason at the blue line to Haslam. Haslam back to Mason. Quick pass near side to Grushev. Grushev takes the shot, and that puck comes up and almost into the stands here, which is not something you often see here at the way the stands are here at the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena.
No, you don't see a lot of pucks make it up here, but the netting does not go all the way up to the ceiling the way we're used to in Powassan. So it is possible for the puck to make it up over and flip into souvenir territory.
Haslam with the puck again. Quick pass by Mason to the near side of Grushev. Grushev and Haslam change spots, and Haslam carries the puck into the corner. He's thrown to the ice. Still has possession though for the Rapids, and they throw it around to the other side. Mason gets to it. Keeps it in, just barely, and he tries to throw it towards the net. Puck slides off his stick. Puck again. Grushev back to the point. Haslam takes the shot. Another chance at the side of the net, turned aside by Burks. And now Grushev with the puck. In for Shenko, big hit there behind the net. Back to the point. Sent back in. Walking in, takes the sharp angle shot. Grushev picks it up on the near side now as it didn't really hit anybody on the way through. Back to Haslam. To Mason. 3:49 left on the man advantage. Mason flips it around near side. Grushev sends it right back for Mason. Another delayed penalty coming here, as this time it'll be against French River for high sticking. And Grushev's going to go. So 3:39 left on the initial 5-minute major. And that will result now in at least 2 minutes being eaten off on 4-on-4 play.
And after that 2 minutes, the French River Rapids, unless more penalties are had, will return to a minute and 39 of 5-on-4 advantage. But that's, as the Sioux Eagles, you got to be watching your system. You got to be careful, as French River Rapids, because Sioux Eagles were doing a great job killing that penalty. Now to be back to even strength for the next 2 minutes is a hard pill to swallow.
Fortson with the puck on the Rapids zone. Rapids do get it out, though, as now Dubuque off to the race. Good to see him back. As blowing a tire right of the blue line was Coolest, so now it's delayed offside and the Eagles pounce. Back out front, big save there by Grain. Oh my goodness. Someone marked down that time. We'll have to see that highlight later on. Going the other way now. Zaharis walking in. Throws the puck back in deep. And now Dubuque with it. Dubuque walking in, stops up, leaves it over for Treelout. Treelout throws it towards the net. Burks with the save. And now he lost his goalie stick. Another one. Back to the point. Stopped. Villeneuve tried to get the puck through. Less than a minute now on the 4-on-4. Walking in. Big move there to get through. Another chance. Oh, what a goal by the Eagles. As Provorozniak with the gorgeous move. And then Fortson was there to put the puck in on the rebound. Make it 4-0 Sioux Eagles.
Big day for Fortson with his second goal on the season, both today. That's a nice feat for him. He's 6 games into a season, so he's up to 2 goals. Not a bad pace to be going at.
They took the one penalty down, but it was 4-on-4, so they have to put the time back on the clock as to how much was left on the 4-on-4. But what a goal. And that started with Alex Provorozniak.
That was a great single effort by him to get through, I think it was 3 or 4 Rapids players, all on his own. Just hauled down at the last minute, and there was going to be a penalty called on the play until Fortson finished it off and put it in the net.
And what a big save by Green right before that. What a chance there earlier, but Green made the big stop, keeping it even at that point. Well, 3-0. And now we got the clock right with 52 seconds left, but just a big save there by Green before Provorozniak says, okay, well, I'll do you one better.
Yep.
Bartzis got the puck back to his man. And now Villeneuve walking down the ice. Flipping it in. Haslam right there for it, but it was knocked away. This game sliding out of hand now for French River ever so slightly. 4-0 with 7:30 left here in the second period. 2 minutes left on the initial 5-minute power play, but 19 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and a shot comes in, and Grain makes the save. And
well, I guess since we're even strength, we're going to go to our mid-period break here.
It seems that way for sure. We'll be back with more Frontline broadcast hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena here for an exciting finish to second period here. 7:27 left. We just saw a goal scored by Fortson after a great individual effort by Alex Provorozniak. And now in net, in goal for the Sioux Eagles is Gaetano Picion. I might have just butchered that name entirely, and I'm sorry if I did.
Yeah,
but he's the one that's in net now for the Sioux Eagles.
That's all. You know, we see a lot of that at the showcase where teams will split goaltending, because a lot of them do carry 3, sometimes 4 goalies. And, you know, that get them all a chance to get eyes on them. There's scouts here from up to NHL level teams having scouts at this tournament. So it's one of those things where...
Yeah, we've seen Florida Panther scouts. We've seen Pittsburgh Penguin scouts. You know, we've seen OHL scouts.
I don't think this year, but in previous I know we've definitely seen San Jose scouts here.
Yep.
And, yeah, OHL scouts, general managers, presidents, all sorts of luminaries.
It's quite the event for people to come to in Sudbury and get some eyes on some great players here in the north.
Yeah, and if you like watching hockey, it's, you know, there's some great games happening.
7:27 left in the second period. 19 seconds left on the 4-on-4. before the Rapids are back to the power play. Delise throws the puck wide of the net. Now the puck back to the blue line, sent towards the net, but it goes wide. And the Rapids are back on the man advantage. Bartzis goes in, and he tries to keep it in, but no, the puck does come out, and the Rapids will have to go back. 1:29 left on the man advantage here. They had a 5-minute major to begin with, and they're still riding out that. Now Grushchev on the far side takes the shot. Piccioni with the save. And right down the ice again, Mason will try and pick it up for Grain. Grain picking up the puck, goes for a skate. Mason walks in. Sharp angle shot. Piccioni once again with the save.
And we've talked about it earlier in this, but you do have that disadvantage as the goalie coming in where you didn't have a warm-up before the game to get used to feeling and seeing the puck coming at you. You're just all of a sudden into game action, and that's never an ideal situation. So
no, we saw that yesterday with Tyson Wilcox coming in the Voodoo's game midway. Now the puck back to the point, Haslam. And what a place to do it on is the power play. Jansa sends it right back in. Haslam has to pick it up over the blue line again, as he would have been offside if he carried it in. 45 seconds left on this man advantage for the Rapids, and the puck down into Rapids territory again. Haslam skating after it. 6 minutes left in the period. Haslam's pass, right back to Jansa, right back to Haslam. Now walking in again. Goes around the end wall. Puck comes out, and it's flipped down the ice. Rapids to play it. On the near side now. Mason falls over, 10 seconds left. Villanez down the ice. Walks through, flips it over the blue line. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Jansa picks it back up, throws it towards the net. Nobody's there. Delise with the other way. Delise walks in, takes the shot over the net. Now Zaharis picks it back up. Keeps it in. Delise, another shot over the net. Goes around beside the other, on the other far wall to Zaharis down on the near side. And the puck was knocked out by Mason, but not very far before Liam Watson got to it. And now the puck back down into Rapids territory. Rapids pick it up. Shashenko down the ice. Gets it to Mason. Mason tipped off the puck. And Doxey brought it back in. That will go for offside, though. Or else Delise had a pretty good look at the net there. But we'll get a stoppage here on the offside.
Just want to comment that was an odd mid-period break for us to get there. We're used to not seeing them come with penalties on the board, so I'll gladly take that before we're at the less than 5-minute mark left now. We got 23-16 shots in favor of the Sioux Eagles. The score 4-0 over the French River Rapids.
4-0 on a few good goals here in this game. The most recent one being a highlight reel worthy. And now the puck right back down the ice into Rapids territory. Walking in, good chance here, as that was Fortson looking for the hat trick, but he couldn't finish it off. Now Jack Jimenez in his own zone, turns around, lost it to Villeneuve though. Villeneuve threw it across ice, and this pass couldn't quite reach McGrath, or Diercheny, I should say. Now on the far side, flip back out. Now down to the races is Fredericks. Fredericks walking around his man, and that'll be a delayed penalty here against the Rapids, as that one is called down. As now we see Cooper Fredericks in a little bit of discomfort on the ice.
And that's 2 minutes for tripping that he's being received there for that one.
It was pretty dangerous.
Sishchenko being called for that.
It could have been a dangerous play if he was just over ever so slightly, knee on knee. We've seen that in the NHL preseason take out some really good players.
Yeah, those are dangerous plays. So your knees are not the most durable part of the human body. Oh, 4 minutes for tripping we're getting there.
Well, we found out yesterday during our useless information segment when we weren't on air, that humans don't develop knees until they're between the ages of 2 and 6.
You don't get a kneecap until you're between the age of 2 and 6, which is a remarkable thing.
Isn't that wild?
I'm surprised. Why don't we talk about this fact more?
Yeah, like, why did I have to wait till my friend had a baby to figure that out?
Right?
Zaharis back at the point. Fortson now with it. Back to Zaharis. Zaharis goes cross ice. Delai's with it. Back to Zaharis. Zaharis throws it towards the net. That one goes wide as he was looking for a tip. And there was no one in the way. Wilson battling for it, but it comes away to Christopoulos. He just kicks it out of the Rapids zone. So the Eagles will have to regroup on the other side. Now Dubuc almost picked it off. He does, but not for long as Fortson tries to get it back from him. Now Dubuc in the corner. Still battling for it. He has 4 black jerseys around him as he tries to pin the puck along the wall. Now coming away with it is the Eagles. Walking in Marceau. Marceau looks for his mates to step up. He does. Zaharis throws it towards the net. Now Zaharis Marceau with a sharp angle shot, and that one's off the post and down the ice. 2:50 left on the man advantage. There's about 6 seconds between the game clock and the actual clock. I should say 5 seconds as that shot comes in, and that one's stopped by Grain. So the penalty clock says 2:43. The game clock says 2:48. So basically when the penalty expires, the period will be over.
If the penalty expires at its natural ending, we'll have 5 seconds until the period's over.
Jansa wins the draw. Haslam flips it back down the ice. Now a good chance here for Villeneuve. He was hooked up a little bit, but down the ice he goes. No call coming over for Jansa. They score! Cameron Jansa with a tip-in goal there on a great play by Hunter Villeneuve to get the puck down, and it's a shorthanded goal to get the Rapids on the board. It's 4-1 Eagles.
That is a huge shorthanded goal by Cameron Jansa. It's his 3rd goal on the season, 5th point. Assisted by Hunter Villeneuve, who takes over sole lead of leading the team in points at 7 points. That's his 3rd assist on the year. He has 4 goals himself.
That's a goal scorer's goal. Set up by Villeneuve. And Jansa made no mistake getting it past Piccioni. And that one's a tough one for any goaltender. You go from quickly thinking, oh, my boys are going to be on the offensive for 4 minutes to, oh, here we go. Jimenez with a bit of a knuckle puck, as that was a bit of a change-up. Now another chance. Doxey sends it towards the net. And that one out of play. As Jimenez on that play, Luke Jimenez had a bit of a change-up. He tried to shake the puck, and he just fanned on it, but still rolled towards the net.
And as you were saying, that's as a goalie, you're expecting the play to be down in the other end for another 2 minutes here. And all of a sudden you have a 2-on-1 rush coming your way when you were thrown into the game mid-game while shorthanded earlier. He has not had, the ease of this game as much as the Eagles are well ahead. Piccioni has really had to struggle through some disadvantages so far.
The Eagles trying to figure out what to do here. Off the draw. Said they don't have enough time to make the change, so now instead Watson just stayed over by the bench, and as soon as the puck was dropped, he just went right onto the bench for the change. 2 minutes still on the man advantage here for the Eagles. As the puck sent back as Fortson passed it out front, but he fell while he made the pass. And now we'll get a stoppage here, or not a stoppage rather, but the puck's all the way back down into Eagles territory. Down the ice. No, it's picked back up by Villeneuve, or rather Mason. And they nearly were able to get another little 2-on-1 going on. Now into the middle of the ice for Jimenez. He couldn't hold on to it. Picking that one up in his own zone was Tyler Treelout. He got the puck out of the zone, and 1:25 now on the man advantage. Another chance now for the Eagles as they pick up the puck in their own zone. Down the ice now quickly. Bell walks in. Bell stops up, turns on a dime there and gets the puck towards Grain, but Grain made the save with 1 minute and 9 seconds left on the penalty to Shenko.
And that was a great save by Grain to get down his butterfly, absorb it in his chest, and just hold on to it so there's no rebound. But this penalty kill by the Rapids, I'm really enjoying the high-pressure penalty kills. I'm not a fan of penalty kills that sit back and just wait for the team to come to you. I like ones that put the pressure on, and they've done a really good job of that.
Puck from the point, and Watson, his shot, stopped by Green. Yeah, that's one thing that we've seen teams really start to struggle with recently. Like we saw the Battalion, they didn't do well with the North Bay Battalion whenever they had a power play and there was a lot of pressure put on them.
Yeah.
Teams start, that's the thing, you put the pressure on them, and you got to make quicker snap judgments, right? And sometimes you don't make the right call.
You can interrupt it and you can get a good rush like we've seen French River got a goal and almost another really solid chance off of just by putting pressure on the penalty kill.
Watson goes cross ice and almost had to Provorozniak. The puck back in again. Flipped out. No, kept in by Watson. Looking like he plays for the Blue Jays. Just kidding. If he did, that would have been through his glove and down the rink.
Maybe we need some Blue Jays scouts here at this game.
Maybe. Watson goes cross ice again. Another chance stopped by the Rapids that never got through. One-time attempt off the post now. We'll get a stoppage here, but not for...
Looks like a penalty's being called.
Yeah.
It was the ref behind the play that made the call.
It's Caulfield that's going to go. So 14 seconds left on the Shevchenko penalty. 19.1 left on the game clock here in the second period. 4-1 Eagles lead.
And that was another penalty that, to me, is an unjustifiable penalty to take. When you're in the offensive zone, to take a cross-checking penalty when you're cross-checking one of their players from behind in front of the net. You don't need to be doing that. I know you want to make room for yourself around the net, but it's not worth the 2-minute penalty. And you're giving French River a chance to, within 20 seconds, to possibly cut the lead down to 2.
Puck won back by the Rapids over to Haslam. Krushechev throws it towards the net. That's good glove there by the netminder. Goes up and catches the puck. And we'll get another stoppage here.
Yeah, great play by Rain again. Another chance for a Blue Jay scout to pick some talent out here. Drop down into his butterfly and look like a great catcher there, catching one over his head on an errant fastball or something. Some sort pitch, I don't know.
Well, puck down the ice. Fortson now walking in. Try to get it over to Olin. That should do it here for this second frame. 4-1 Eagles lead after 20 minutes of play. And if it's any of the news from the Blue Jays today, with Ross Atkins staying on for another year, well, they won't know what good talent is if it hit them in the face. So, but that's just me being a jilted Jays fan and upset about everything. But Ben, before we go to break here, 4-1, a couple of goals in that period. French River with a nice one there to close it out, though. What'd you think of that period?
Yeah, I mean, French River looked pretty good on some of those kills. Still mostly Sioux controlling the puck in the play. But yeah, that was a great play on that penalty kill to get an odd man rush the other direction and pop one in shorthanded and break that goose egg.
Well, we'll be back with more NOJHL Showcase Day 2 action after this intermission.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside the Jerry McCorry Countryside Arena here for the third period between the French River Rapids and the Sioux Eagles. The Sioux Eagles currently lead 4-1 after 40 minutes of play. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long as we get set for the opening draw here. And it's underway, but the French River Rapids do have a minute and a half on the man advantage here. Try and crawl to within 2. The Rapids and the Road Whites are going left to right to start this third period, and the Eagles in their home black jerseys, black and gold, are going right to left. Eagles keeping it in Rapids territory, but now the Rapids do pick up the puck as Mason has it. Mason to Koulis. Koulis going for a skate, stops up, gets to Grushev. Now it's back to Koulis. Koulis to Mason. Mason nearly taking off the puck for Koulis, but they get it back again. Now it's back to the point for Mason. Mason going cross ice. Grushev throws it towards the net. Stopped by the goaltender, Piccioni. And now another chance. That's a big hit behind the net as we'll get another delayed penalty here against the Eagles. So for 43 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-3. As that'll be a penalty here again. The referee's not afraid to call penalties on this one, as we've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, this officiating crew called a lot of penalties in the last game as well, and it's not that any of them have been unwarranted. They've all been justified penalties. It's just making good use of those whistles that they got.
Yeah. That'll be Gabriel Clark going into the box. So again, 5-on-3 here, and French River just called a timeout. At some point, you got to score on the power play. We've been talking about it all game long, and ironically, as much as the power play hasn't clicked for French River, ironically, their lone goal has come shorthanded.
Yeah,
of all things.
The special teams hasn't failed them completely.
No, just not in the way that you'd want it to.
And as a team, I'm sure this is why they're taking their timeout now, that if they can pop a quick one in the next 43 seconds, they'll still have a man advantage to possibly get a second goal on this power play and end up with and be at a 4-3 score with 17 minutes left in the game still.
4-3, much more manageable than 4-1.
Yep.
And we'll have to see if that's how things continue here. If, as you mentioned, if the Rapids get a quick one, it's a whole different game here. Face-off going to the blocker side of Piccioni, or the far side of the broadcast. Fredericks in for the draw against Villeneuve. Puck is won by the Rapids. Mason back to Haslam. Haslam. His pass to Grushev as Grushev blows a tire. Couldn't stay in the blue line. And he hears it from the Eagles bench. Mason walking in, leaves it for Grushev. Back over for Mason. Mason in deep, 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Back to Haslam. Haslam looks to throw it towards the net. He does. Piccioni with the save as Stiles is looking for the tip and the rebound.
And that's one thing that as a goalie, see that stick waving in front of you and be able to track that puck in right into your glove is what you want to be doing. And he was able to do safely on that. There's 15 seconds left on that first power play.
Still a chance here for the Rapids to score on the 5-on-3. Mason to Haslam. Haslam back to Mason. Mason walks in, takes a shot off the pad of Picioni. Now Grushev goes in, takes another chance. That one's high and over the net. Haslam throws that one in deep, and now it's just 5-on-4 as the first penalty expires. And taken hard into the boards, French River. Mason comes away with it, tried to get the puck out to Haslam, but now going the other way is Caulfield. Caulfield takes a shot, blocked down by Grain. And now going the other way is the Rapids with Villanez leading the charge. Villanez walks in, takes a shot. Picioni saw that one all the way. And a good glove there, stopped that one up.
Little pushing in front, shoving, and some jabbering back and forth in front of the Eagles' net. But the players are all clearing out now. But Jansa seems to be having things to say left as he's being pushed away by a large linesman.
Jance is the only one to put the puck past a Sioux Eagles goaltender in this game, as both teams have changed netminders. Starting the game was Mason Burks for the Eagles and Nicholas Tarantella for the Rapids. Now we have Gaetano Picioni and Brock Grain. Jansa tried to find his man Christopoulos in deep, but the puck comes loose, and now Christopoulos does find it. He just gets it back to the blue line. Twisting and turning through across ice. Jansa with a good one-time attempt there, but an even better block there by the Eagles. Back to the point again. Shashenko, 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Flipping it back, Shashenko with the puck. Goes back to the other side. Koulis with a shot. That one is blocked. Jansa now looking to go cross ice. Was looking for Koulis. The puck did find him, but it went right through between his skates. And Shashenko tries to hold the line, but now he has the puck knocked away from him. And walking in, Marceau with a chance. And Grain with a big save there. Keeps the puck out as he was sliding back into the net as well. And Brock Grain keeping his team in it with 1 second left on the man advantage.
Yeah, that was a close one there as Marceau was taken down on his way towards the net. Slid into Grain as Grain was sliding back into his own net. Was able to cover up the puck and make sure he held it outside of the white behind the red line. And managed to keep the goal out. But there was a tense moment there for them that maybe the Sioux Eagles were going to strike back shorthanded.
Could have very well have done so. Face-off won by the Rapids, but the Eagles get first real possession of it. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Reggett threw the puck back in deep. And that could very well come back to haunt French River here. As another chance from the slot. Jimenez just hit it off a body, and it went wide. Now Bartzis had the puck roll away from him, and the puck finds its man and goes out. Now down the ice. It was Teves that had the puck. Now Doxey with it again. Doxey twists and turns, through it near side. Jimenez couldn't quite get to it as it was out of his reach. And the puck flipped out, and Bartzis gets to it. Bartzis had the puck roll away from him, and now a big hit there as that one knocked Wilson into the Eagles' zone as he was thrown to the ice. Now Teves hits his man, but it misses, and Bartzis missed the loose puck there. Comes out again. Diratny had the puck go in deep. Eagles now. Povorozniak with the puck. Walking in. Stops up. Sends it right back again, but now the Rapids got to it but couldn't get it out. DeBook battling for it. Caulfield flips it right back in, and Gifford picks it up. Far side, McGrath just missed it. Now out front, good chance there for the Eagles. And the puck is cleared as the puck just sat there for a moment. Now near side, what a chance. Caulfield off the crossbar. Grain might have got a piece of that. And the puck down the ice again, but that'll go for icing here, even though Picioni went out to play it. Well, the puck, I should say, came to him, but
I think he stayed in the blue paint and it crossed the line before it came back to him. So I think the whistle goes as the puck crosses the line. But yeah, as you mentioned, I'm not sure whether Grain got a piece of that puck as Caulfield had a wide open net and Grain was just diving across and ended up hitting the crossbar. Either way, good chance there for the Eagles to go up 5-1.
but no goal. And the score remains 4-1. Bartzis sends the puck down the ice. It's out of the reach of all of his line mates. And now the puck back into Rapids territory. Right back in, Treel out. Picks it up in the neutral zone. It was a little bit too hot to handle, so he had to send it back to Gifford. Now the puck down to Eagles territory with Reagan picking it up. Oland to Gifford. Now Gifford behind his net. Sends it up. And it's knocked away. And the Eagles pick it back up in the offensive zone. Near side. Schubert tried to throw it to the front of the net. Now it's back. Big hit thrown there. And another delayed penalty coming here. This time against the Rapids. Buck battling in the corner. And that'll do it here, as now we'll get the penalty. And the Rapids will be shorthanded for 2 minutes or less.
And that's being called for a head hit there, which
it's McGrath.
Undeniably was. McGrath is a big boy, though, so I'm sure he gets more than a few of those just incidentally out of being his shoulder at the same level as many other players' heads.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago when Riley Bruce still patrolled the blue line for the North Bay Battalion, and Riley Bruce was just so tall that every hit that he threw looked like it was head contact.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of those unfortunate things about having that exceptional height, especially in leagues where you have quite a bit of varied height.
Like Riley Bruce was like 6'8", like without skates.
That's a tall boy.
He's pretty tall.
Was his backup career basketball?
Should have been. Him and Kyle Wood for the North Bay Battalion were both well over 6'5". They were both incredibly tall. Now the puck back to Watson at the point as the Eagles start this power play. Watson walking the line, throws it right back to his man on the far side. Now it's back to Watson. Provorozniak with the puck. He goes for a skate. Throws it near side to Fredericks. Fredericks back for Watson. Watson was showing shot, but he holds on to it instead. Now he throws it towards the net. And the puck is kicked aside. And back to Watson. Fredericks threw it towards the net. Kicked aside again. And the puck once again to Fredericks. Fredericks takes a shot. Stiles might have got a piece of it, but the puck still got through to the end wall. Now Oland with it. Oland is over Provorozniak and takes the shot. And it never made it to Grain. Now kept in by Watson. Watson goes far side. Provorozniak with the shot. Stopped there by Grain. Now Fredericks picks it up. Fredericks with another chance. Grain with the chance, but he makes the save and the rebound sat there, but the Rapids do get to it. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. 4-1 Eagles still lead. Watson with the puck again. Watson slowly out of his own zone. Got it to Fortson. Fortson goes cross ice. Fortson is on hat-trick watch right now. And he has the puck in the offensive zone. Now the Rapids flip it out. But it's going to be picked up there by Schubert. Schubert has the puck, sends it around back to his man. And now it's Reagan who sends it down the ice for Schubert again. Shevchenko gets to it in his own zone. He tried to clear it right from the corner, and he does indeed on the second chance. All the way back down to Eagles territory. We're back to 5-on-5. 12-14 left in this third period. 4-1 Eagles lead. Fortson with the puck. Sends it in, goes in, sharp angle. And the puck just hits a defender and squeaks in. So that'll go to Fortson, who does complete the hat trick here.
Hat trick on the night, third goal on the season. It's a good day for him, I'm sure.
No, it looks like it's someone else going and leading the train. It's actually Drew DeLise who gets the goal on that one. He led the train back to the bench. It looked like, for sure, it was Fortson.
I thought that was Fortson off a defender as well.
Yeah.
But either way, we stand corrected.
5-1 is the score either way.
And as an update, about halfway through the first period on the other ice surface, Timmins Rock are up 1-0 on the Blind River Beavers.
Timmins are a good team. Blind River will want to avenge a loss to the Voodoos yesterday. Now coming the other way, Villanez with the shot. He puts that one wide and high of the net, and it goes into the netting and out of play.
That's another one of those ones where I'm not sure if it was off the shoulder or above the shoulder, but it was very close to being on, but ended up in the netting anyway.
Eagles out shooting the Rapids 33-23 as well. And the Rapids send it in deep. Deartney with the puck. But he lost it, and the Eagles send the puck right down the ice. Will that have legs for icing? No, it won't. As that was some speed there by the Rapids to stop that chance. Jack Wilson. A big hit thrown in the far side corner. Puck comes out front. And Grain made the save on that one, as there was two Eagles players right there. Another chance, still loose. Marceau got the shot away, stopped by Grain. Now it's back at the blue line, but not kept in. Deartney with the puck. Gains the blue line, throws it in. And Clark throws it to the near side. Danilov with it. Another battle just behind the Eagles' net. Villanez gets to it on the far side, throws it right back in. Still battling for it. Villanez back to Haslam. Haslam throws it from the point, stopped by the goaltender. Another chance left, big hit there, leveled by Villanez as he took his man Cullison down. Bell now on the attack for the Eagles. Sends it back to the blue line. Going for a skate, the Eagles in the near side in the corner. Still have possession, but now the Rapids pick it up. Haslam to Stiles. Flips it in, Haslam chases after it. Played around behind his net by Piccioni. And Haslam keeps it in. And Stiles picks it up. Stiles, Grushev. Grushev with the shot. That one's blocked aside by the goaltender and dropped out in the slot. But the Rapids can't get another chance. Less than 10 minutes here in the third period now. Gifford picks it up. Puck off the stick of Haslam, and it chips out and over the bench and out of play. That will bring us to our mid-period break, though, here in the third period. It's 5-1 for the Sioux Eagles. We'll be back with more hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And welcome back inside the Jerry McCorry Countryside Arena here for the third period of this Sioux Eagles versus French River Rapids hockey game. 5-1, the Eagles lead with 9:51 left on the clock. Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long.
Yeah, there's been lots of great chances going both ways. 35-25 the shots, but really the majority of this game has been Sioux Eagles controlling the puck and moving down the other direction. The lone goal for the French River coming short-handed on a beautiful high-pressure play, turnover for a 2-on-1. They were not able to replicate that on their last short-handed chance, though. With less than 10 minutes left in the game, I gotta feel this game's a bit out of hand for them, but there's many moral victories they can still take in this last 10 minutes.
Hey, there was less than 10 minutes left when the Leafs led the Bruins 4-1. One of my favorite moments in hockey ever. Said no Leaf fan ever. Grushev walking in, 5-1. Might have been a little bit too out of hand at that point, like you said, but stranger things have happened as the puck goes out of play.
Nothing is out of question when it comes to a Toronto sports franchise.
Yep, it's painful. It is. Why do I cheer for sports if I'm going to cheer for these guys?
Yep, I mean, sports fandom is a strange thing that you choose your favorite team before you're able to reason, and you just stick with them for the rest of your life.
Yeah, puck comes in from the point, it hits the post, and is into the corner. Now on the near side wall. Still battling for possession. And Doxey comes away with it. Now he gets it back to the near side. And that's Hop with it. Hop down the ice. And the puck played behind the net of the Rapids, but Shashenko tries to come away with it. Shashenko does come away with it, gets it to his man who goes cross ice. And now Jimenez with it. Jimenez to Watson. Watson flips it down the ice. That's picked up by Teves. Shashenko walks in, takes the shot, and that one's gloved down by Piccioni. And it's funny, we talk about just becoming sports fans and cheering for certain teams. I have no reason why I picked the Leafs. Yeah. It just so happened I opened up my closet as a kid and there was just always a Leafs jersey there that my dad had given me.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, okay, I guess this is the team I cheer for.
See, that's logical and it's inherited. Neither of my parents are Montreal fans. I'm not. I don't know why. But I know there's pictures of me from before I was 5.
Watson takes a shot. I got a funny Montreal story actually for you here in a moment. Involving the Canadians and myself. But I'll revisit that here in a moment as the puck still flips down into the ice, and the Eagles still trying to get it all the way down. And they finally do. Oland chasing for it against his man Wilson. Coming away with it is Dubuc as Schubert falls to the ice. Dubuc down the ice. Good pass there to Bartzes. Bartzes got it to the front of the net. And not much further is now Fortson going the other way on a 2-on-1 with Schubert. Fortson with the shot. And there it is. There's the hat trick for reals that time, as he's able to put that one past Brock Grain.
This has been quite a productive night for Fortson. And I'm sure it's one that he will not forget throughout his life. To score a hat trick at any level of hockey is remarkable, but at a junior A level particularly is something special.
And picking up an assist as well. It's now 6-1 with 8 minutes left on the clock. As Tyler Fortson has come to play here today against the French River Rapids. What a performance for that young man. You got to think he'll probably end up being named player of the game on the Eagles side of things.
I would hope with his effort tonight so far.
Gifford tried to get to the red line and dump it in, but the puck was knocked away from him. Haslam gets to it and sends it down to Deertney, and Deertney tried to get it in deep. Haslam had to be quick to stop up and avoid the offside there, but he did and sent it in deep. Now the puck off the glass and down the ice. Caulfield with it. Caulfield on the near side wall, twisting and turning, and it's flipped out by the Rapids. And Reggett will get to it first. Jansen was hot on his heels though, as the puck comes back and flipped out. Gifford with the puck now in his own zone. And that one's going to go down the length of the ice. And that'll go for icing. So we talk about being fans again. There's pictures of me. I would have made my intention known at this point that I was a Leafs fan, but there are pictures of me wearing Montreal Canadiens slippers. And I look rather happy wearing them. Obviously not really understanding there's a rivalry there at the time either or anything. But there is pictures of me from my childhood wearing Montreal Canadiens slippers.
So just as a slight correction, Fortson has 2 assists tonight. So coming into today, he had 3 assists, leaving today with 3 goals and 2 assists on the day for a total of 8 points on the season.
Pretty productive day. Down the ice again into Eagles territory. Jansen comes away with it. Turns around. Puck comes loose. And Haslam throws it cross ice. That one's going to go out of play, though. And it's stuck up in the netting behind the glass. And we'll get a stoppage here.
That's always an interesting where the puck just stays up in the netting and has nowhere to go. Theoretically, play could happen and that puck could be jostled out and end up back in play. And we have 2 pucks in play.
Wouldn't that be something? Only in the NOJHL.
It's a good time. What can I tell you?
This league's fun because so many things happen in this league that you wouldn't expect.
I mean, all junior A levels, you get a bit of that.
Yeah. Marceau flips the puck down the ice. And now off to the races, Danilov. Danilov on the far side in the half wall, taken to the boards though. But now it's picked up again by the Eagles, who the puck just kicked aside by Grain off the shot. 6 minutes remain here in this third period. Now Mason picks it up. Mason flips it out of the zone. Collison picks it up in the neutral zone. Goes cross ice to his mate. That was Hop. Or Hope, rather. Villeneuve sends it right back in. Collison with the puck to Marceau. Marceau now. Gains the Rapids zone. Goes cross ice. Danilov picks it up, tried to throw it towards the net. It was blocked by the Rapids. And now the puck comes out again, thrown cross ice, Marceau. And that one just missed wide. Puck again in. Grain stopped that one. And the puck down the ice. Hope picks it up. Hope flips it right back in. Koulis picks it up. 5:10 left now in this third period. 6-1 Eagles lead. And the puck sent right back down. No icing though, they say, so Grain plays the puck. Koulis near side is actually to Joey Stiles. And the puck into the neutral zone again. Jimenez with it. Mason picking it up. Mason taking it in hard into the boards. And he's slow to get up, but he does. And now Jimenez going the other way. Luke Jimenez, as Mason still struggles or labors to get back into the play. And now he picks up the puck before the Eagles keep it right back in. Haslam got it to his man. Stiles threw it cross ice. Now going for a bit of speed. Here's Treelout. Goes cross ice. And Stiles sends it right back in deep. Or rather, Teves, I should say. Now the Eagles the other way. Dump it back in. 4:10 left in this third period. Haslam. Grushechev. Grushechev leaves it for Haslam. Delayed penalty coming here to the Sioux Eagles again. As that'll be Reggett who's going to see the box on that.
Getting 2 minutes for roughing for a little tangle up that happened at the blue line as the puck was going into their zone. So we'll end up with a face-off to the blocker side of the Sioux Eagles net, it looks like. And French River's going to have 2 minutes or less as an advantage.
Nope. It looks like we're getting coincidentals here.
No, that's still from 10 minutes from
okay.
earlier.
Well, it's not up on the board yet. There it is. Alrighty. And we're back again. French River hasn't been able to get anything going on the power play here. It's failed them when they've needed it the most. Grushechev takes a shot. Haslam now picks it up on the near side. Haslam throws across ice, missed the net. Back to the blue line. And that's Wilson with it. Wilson throws it to Grushechev. Grushechev takes the shot. And that one's stopped by Piccioni. Now stopping up. Fortson goes back into his own zone. Goes back to Zaharis. Zaharis dumps the puck down the ice. Wilson has it bounce away from him, and he plays it off his goaltender. Wilson back to his man now. And walking back in. All the way down the ice, though, the Eagles send it. Puck thrown all around the zone. Haslam gets to it. Carries it in. Tries to get around his man. Is dumped back down. 50 seconds left on the man advantage. And Grain's out to play the puck. Now near side again. Deartney with the puck. As he labors out of his own zone. Grushechev had it knocked away from him. Now Jansa walking in, the lone goal scorer for French River here. Jansa for Villeneuve. It's back to Shenko. Shenko sends it in. Hope sends it right back down the ice. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. 2:15 left in the game. 6-1 Eagles lead. Gifford walks in, had it knocked away from him. Now Grushechev picks it up, gave it away to Villeneuve, and now Villeneuve had it hop away from him for Bell. Bell walks in, has the puck knocked away from him as Shevchenko picks it up. Puck flipped back in deep again. We're back to 5-on-5 with less than 2 minutes left in this third period. Down the ice, Gifford gets the red line, dumps it right back in. Collison blows a tire in his own zone. And now Mason picks it up. Mason throws across ice. Jansa tried to get a piece of it. Now the puck again. Flip back in. Collison with it. Goes back cross ice. Got it to Jack Jimenez. And now the puck all the way down for Shevchenko again. Minute 20 left here. Kulis takes a hit, dumps the puck in. And the puck back through the neutral zone again. As Danilov threw a hit to try and get Kulis off the puck. Behind the net now for the Eagles. Collison. Down the ice, got it to Jimenez. That's Luke Jimenez walking in, takes a shot. That one's blocked. And now with a little bit of speed going the other way is Villeneuve. Villeneuve walks in, takes a sharp angle shot. Piccioni with the save. Under a minute to go here in this final frame. Danilov with the chance. Got it to his man out front. Nobody was there to pick it up. Though was the Rapids. Send it right back down the ice. Now Mason. Mason stopping up. Had the puck hop away from him. And it's back on the stick of Zaharis. 25 seconds left. 6-1 Sioux Eagles lead. Looking like they're going to pick up the 2 points here from the French River Rapids as the puck is stuck in the corner and not going very far. And is sent out to Treelout. Treelout with the shot. That one goes well wide of the net. And the Eagles going one last rush here. Fredericks with the pass out front. And it doesn't find anyone now. Bartzis gets to it and just puts it behind his net. And that'll do it here as the Sioux Eagles take away 2 points over the French River Rapids as they win this one 6-1. Ben, what a game.
That was a game. As you said, the shots on board are 36 or 38 to 30 in favor of the Sioux Eagles over the French River Rapids, but that does not nearly tell the story of the game, where a lot of the shots that the Rapids did get were from far out, not great chances with much danger at all, and the Sioux Eagles goalies just handled everything in stride, aside from the one shorthanded goal that they managed to squeak in. We're about to hear the players of the game. I'm sure it's going to be Fortson for the Eagles with a 3-goal, 2-assist night to really bolster his stats on the season.
Yeah, good effort for Fortson for sure.
For the Eagles, or for the Rapids, I'm not sure who we'll see on that side, but
I would imagine Jansa or someone along the line.
Jansa would be a good call.
As we're just waiting to see who they're going to name. No, it's going to be Koulis actually getting the player of the game. Ralph Koulis being named player of the game.
He was on the puck a lot. We did call his name a lot over the broadcast, so that does make sense.
And Tyler Fortson, like you said, almost if you prophesized, is the player of the game for the Sioux Eagles. But other than that, Ben, that'll do it here for this game. We'll be back in action again later tonight with the Powassan Voodoos and Greater Sudbury Cubs right here on the Frontline and Flow Hockey. There is a game in between if you feel like checking out. Harrison's always great on that broadcast, and I'm sure he'll have many good things in that one in store for you. Of course, Ice Rink number 1 does have a game going on currently. And that's
Still
always a fun
1-0.
time. And it's always a good time when you got the NOJHL Showcase going on here in Sudbury. But that'll do it for this game here. We'll take a break on this broadcast, and Harrison will be back on the other side of this. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Ben Long. Mike Brown, our camera operator, and we'll talk to you later.
Welcome to the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout. You can book times now at gatewaygolf.ca or come visit at 245 Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.